I was an FDIC examiner. I always like to stop here and say, hi, my name's Dave. I'm a recovering regulator. All right, jokes aside, I was an FDIC examiner and was doing a BSA exam, and that was required that I also talk to the people, interview some people as part of our normal examination process. So I walk up to the teller line, and there's 4 people there. And as I walked up, 3 of them go to the other end, and they leave this one person. And she apparently didn't really know what was going on, deer in the headlights, and she knows I'm an examiner, and I could tell she was nervous. So I tried to make it pretty simple. I said, imagine that I bring in 12,000 in cash, and I want to deposit 9 into my checking and 3 into my savings. And, and I said, so what do you do? She said, I fill out a deposit slip. I said, great. Anything else? And she said, oh, yeah, if you have a pet with you, we give them like a doggy treat or a biscuit. I'm like, great. And as a good regulator, I had a big red pin in my pocket. I pulled it out and said, what's your name again? No, I'm kidding. I didn't do that. But I am taking some notes here. She didn't understand about filling out a currency transaction report. And so go in the back room, high five the other examiners. No, again, that's not true either. But the point is, I started to write down that I had this issue, and she knew nothing about it. A few minutes later, the cashier came back and said, hey, what did you say to Sally out there? I said, well, I asked her a couple of questions about Bank Secrecy Act. And the cashier said, yeah, she's in the back room crying right now because you've scared her so bad. And I felt bad about that, horribly. But I also said, you didn't understand something here. Woof, lamb. No, that's again not true. But when I come in as a regulator, I have to talk to people. I said, what's the deal? What's going on? She said, well, it's her second day. I said, okay, hang on. When I walked up to the tower line, there was like a vacuum. The other 3 towers moved to the other end of the line, and they left her out there. Again, woof lamb. That's not real fair. And I said, I'll go out and talk to some other tellers, and we'll do this again. But shame on you for leaving her alone like that. Because in the real world, if you don't know the answer to something and you're new, you're going to ask somebody for help, or somebody's going to come over and help you. You're not in a vacuum. So that to me made it, in a sense, a horrible example for them. They needed to understand that that isn't fair, right? Now, they may not like that. I'm going to say to them, if you don't know the answer, I'll talk to my boss. That's fine. If a regulator asks you a question, the answer is, I don't know, but I would talk to her, I would find out, I would seek out. That's awesome. We're just going to now go to the next person and say, okay, she said that you would help her, or let's go get her and let's have that happen. That's an acceptable answer to these things. We don't always know everything off the top of our head, especially new hires.